So this is a person in our organization. So the very first place you want to be looking at is the sign up report. You should be checking this. Any leader here that's building a team that has members underneath them, you don't know when somebody necessarily has signed somebody up unless you're checking this report on a daily basis. So at least at the end of the day, before you go to bed, or at some point you're doing this, make sure you check this, or first thing in the morning, so you can see what happened overnight. And you go into the sign up report. I've already kind of looked through these, and I'm going to call up some examples if this thing will come up. I'm going to go down to October 23, because this is a great example of some things that can happen. All right. And I'm just going to go on the October 31st. What you can see is there was 13 members signed up on the right side. There was 3 customers for a total of 16 signups. But what we're using this for in this training, and what I encourage everybody to be doing. So you've got the contact ID. We got some more people joining. That's awesome. This is the new person that just signed up over here. And you also see it has the index card, so you can call up their information. All right. It's got how they basically came in, their new number, who is their sponsor, and their sign up date. All right. And their first order, how much they paid. So if you see 115, that came in with a consumer pack and some extra product. 225, that would be an intro pack. If you saw 675 in here, that would be a pro pack. So that's how also you know what pack they came in with. But if you scroll this to the right, as I'm doing right now, here you can see if they signed up with an auto ship or not. All right, so these people did. This person did not. These 2 people did not. We have talked in depth about the importance and the value of signing people up day one with an auto ship. It is far easier to cancel an auto ship than to go back and have a person sign up for an auto ship. All right. So I'm going to say this again, and we've got this recorded. I'm going to put this into a training as well. If you sign everybody up with an auto ship day one, and they don't want to be on an auto ship, have the conversation with them that, hey, in 3 weeks, I'm putting an alarm in my calendar. You do the same. Let's have a follow-on conversation. If at that time you want to cancel your auto ship, we can do that, no problem. If you're happy with the product, and hopefully it's not the only phone call you've had with this person, you've been talking with them throughout, but that 3-week point gives you enough leeway to be able to cancel that auto ship in case they do want to cancel it. But by signing everyone up with the auto ship as just a general plan of action, you won't run into some other issues that can show up later on, like people running out of product, right? So we don't want that to happen either. We've got a lady right now out on the East Coast that this is what's happened. Her credit card didn't run, and so now she's out of product. Different issue. She was signed up for the auto ship, but it didn't run. So now she's out of product. So the same thing will happen if a person is not set up for an auto ship. So this is the first place you want to be looking. So if somebody is not signed up on auto ship, you want to be, and they're in your downline, you want to be calling them and go, hey, Sue, I noticed hey, congratulations on your new consumer pack, your new intro pack, but I noticed they did not sign up on a monthly auto ship. Was that on purpose, or was that an oversight? If it was on purpose, you might want to ask why. All right. But maybe they was very diligent. They are very forceful in that they did not want to be signed up with an auto ship. We're not going to twist a person's arm, and it is an option. But if it was an oversight, how could that happen? Multiple ways. All right. We'll show you that here in a bit too. But if it was an oversight, then they want to get back with the person and get them signed up on that auto ship right away. So this is the very first place to go, is the sign up report. Now, from here, if you do not have the pro feature, which this person does not have the pro feature, if I go to this person again, let's say I go to this very first person, Bettina, okay, and I click on this contact card, you're not going to see anything but additional information, billing, and shipping. So you're not seeing all the other information, but it shows auto ship. Well, what does that mean? Here's what happened when, well, I'll show you on the next screen. Okay, so let me call up this one. This happens to be our back office. Here we're at the same report, but obviously we've got the premium or the pro feature, which is just $7 a month, right? If I click on this same contact card, now look what happens. I get all this additional information. Now, if you're not building a team, if you're not at least a C3, there's no need for you to have the pro feature. However, in the past, however, this is the only way to see if a person, and no kidding now, is signed up with a product auto ship, is with the pro feature, to be able to get to this little doohickey down here at the bottom left, auto ship profile. If I click on this, note that this says auto ship, right? If I click on this auto ship profiles, there's no product here. This is for the membership. This would not qualify. For instance, if this is, the month of August and you're trying to run for that promotion for this month, and this person just signed up and you see they're on auto ship, you're like, oh, great, they signed up for auto ship. But since the company instituted this membership, the annual membership, everybody that signs up is going to show up as being on auto ship. There's no way of knowing unless you go down here. Now, if I go to somebody else like this gentleman, Michael, and I click on his contact card, and then I go to Autoship profiles, you'll see the difference. Hopefully you can see this. It's kind of buried at the bottom of this screen, but hopefully you can see that. All right. It shows that his last run date was August 4th, 2024. His next run date is September 4th, 2024, and his Autoship profile is set up for 100 BV. So yes, this guy, if you had just signed him up, he would be qualifying for the 50 BV or higher Autoship. All right. So here's the bottom line. If you're running for a promotion, and you don't have the pro feature, get with the person you're working with so that they can do the checking with you. Mm-hmm. All right. And there's one other caveat to this, and that is let me get out of this. Hold on a second. Minimize this. I'm going to bring up the other one again. All right. If I go into dashboard, you got that circle on the left side here. And if you got any questions, please write them down and we'll answer them after we finish this. You can put in a number in here. So if I put in, say, 173715, that's that first person we were looking at, Bettina. And then you'll notice Bettina's contact card shows up here. So this is another way to get to the contact card. Again, this person doesn't have the pro feature, but if you have the pro feature, it's going to all show up. However, there's a glitch in the system, and down here where it says the auto ship, that link doesn't work. So if you're trying to do it through this method, it's not going to work. You have to do it, as I was showing you earlier, through the other way you can find a person. Okay, if it's not this month, first of all, if it's this month, you can go to the sign up report because you got the month of this month's sign up report, right? So I go to sign up report. You're not going to have that many people to sift through for your personals to be able to identify who has done that. Like if on August here, right? You can go to August and you can look at your members. And like here, if you're doing this on a daily basis, this is why you want to do this on a daily basis. You can look at the different people that are signing up. It's very easy to do. You're not having to throw in 50, 100 names, right? Or 20 names, whatever it might be. But another way to find it as well is you can go to graphical down. If you don't have the pro feature, if you have the pro feature, there's another button in here where it says member, and you can just click on that and you can put in the member. If you don't have the pro feature, then you have to go to graphical downline. And in here, you can put in the number 3715. And there she is again. I can click on that. And here she comes at the very top. there's a little pull down arrow here at the bottom right of this container. And then you can go to rep details. It's another way to get to the very same thing. Again, this doesn't have the pro feature, so you're not going to see it all, but that's how you can get there as well. If I go into mine and I go to organization, I go to graphical downline, and I just click on, I don't know, let's say this person, I go to rep details. There it is. Okay. You can see it now, Autoship profiles, and that actually works. All right. And you can see this person set up on a 50 BV Autoship. Should run tomorrow. All right. So I wanted to go over all that. And I know it's a lot of information in a very short period of time. Just look at it. And if you don't have the pro feature, get with somebody that has it. One other thing I want to cover again as well, and we've covered this in depth in other trainings, but we have a lot of new people that are joining the team. Just because a person has an Autoship profile set up, so you've done the work, they've got 50 BV set up, their run date is the 20th, just like that example I was showing you on earlier. That means it's supposed to run tomorrow. But what if their credit card declines on the day it's supposed to run? Guess what? They have a profile set up, but product wasn't actually shipped out because their credit card was declined. Guess what? You don't have credit now for that Autoship. If that's your one person that's qualifying you for on one of your legs of your team bonus position, for that's one of your qualifiers, and that's the only person you have there, you just are now not qualified. You think the person's on Autoship, but if you're not double checking the people that are qualifying your left and right legs after their Autoship date to make sure that you're qualified, and there's multiple places to do this as well. I'm just letting you know, just because a person has an Autoship profile does not mean their Autoship actually ran.
Do they have the option to do a checking account? So you don't run into that problem?
Yet. We are getting closer to having that option. We are getting closer. What they're also going to have is a debit card, a Sealy debit card. So your money goes to the Sealy debit card, and then you have it pulled from that. Right now, we don't have that option. So that is something that's coming as well. I know it's coming as well. All right.
That's what happens when we're newbies in the business, you know?
That's right. That's right. And you know, the company is small. It's not well, we don't have big money behind. We don't have big investors, right? So some of this stuff takes a little bit longer to happen. And the IT company that they've been with, that we're with right now, has been really slow to work with us. And that's one of the things that's frustrated our company. And I'm just being forthright with you. And that's one of the reasons why they are looking at new company for our IT. And that hopefully is going to be happening sometime next year. It's obviously a big process, so just be patient with it all. What we want to know is, how do we work with what we have? And that's probably the most important. And here's the other thing. Even though we were out of pocket over those 2 weeks in Bali, we have other people to help out, to include Sarah Smuzz over there in England. We have Danya and Tammy and other leaders that are on this team that can help out. But we were also available to, you know, any kind of emergency or something like that. We were available to help out, and as we normally are. If the point of all that is, if you have a question, especially if you're brand new here and you have a question and you're not sure, work with the person you're working with. But if they have any kind of doubts and they're not really sure about it, take it up to the next level, all the way to us. Everybody should have our phone number. So I'm going to give it to you right now. If you don't have it already, I want to make sure you have it. My phone number is 623-694-5300. And Elka's is 623-694-8003. And if you can't get an answer from the person you're working with, the best way to do that is you go to Sally, who you're working with, and Sally doesn't know the answer. The two of you then call to the next person up so that everybody can learn together. All right. And eventually, if you just need to reach out to us, reach out to us. We're usually available. All right. And we'll give you the answer, or at least show you where you can get the answer. We can spoon feed you all the information, but what's really even better is to try to find the answer yourself, so that by the time you're getting to us, they going, hey guy, we got this question, we looked here, we looked there, we just can't find the answer. All right. I did not know, and this is really embarrassing, I did not know about that Autoship that I just showed you until I went over this with Danya yesterday. And I'm like, what's that? Did they just add that? I've never seen that before. And that had all the answers that you need to see whether or not a person's on Autoship, have their profile, and what their BV is at. It's already there. The information was there. We just didn't know where to find it. So if I've been here for 5 years and I didn't know where to find the information, I'm sure there's other people out there that are going to have questions that arise. And let's see if we can figure it out together, because this is a team effort.
Absolutely.
Yep. So any other questions regarding this with the Autoship? Because it is very important. So here's the recap. When you sign somebody, oh, I was going to say something else before I recap. I'm going to go back into shared screen here. I want to show you this. I just sent off a message. Get rid of this. Hold on. I just sent off a message to corporate, and I also sent it to Brad and Marcia. One of the other challenges we have, and Donnie brought this to my attention. I had talked about this a long time ago with the company, and nothing, it hadn't been corrected yet, addressed. When we came out with these additional consumer packs, for the people that are brand new, you don't know any different, okay? For everyone else, we only had this consumer pack down here, the consumer pack with the 2 quick shot sprays. Well, let me back it up further. When we first started the company, this was different, all right? When we added this option, and the reason why we did this was to have the consumer pack level at 67 BV. That qualifies a person with a consumer pack. When we first started this company, people are signing up with a consumer pack for 50 BV and they're not qualified. So then the month ends and they're like, wow, why am I not making any money? So what the company did to fix that is they came out with the consumer pack with the bottle of Swish and 2 free sprays. All right. So when you get to the second page, then let me make sure I get the right one here. Nope, that's the wrong one. When you get to the second page, as you've all seen already, you have this blurb. This is when we did the change. That's why it's all the way in 2019. All right. That's how long ago we did this change for this consumer pack down here with the 2 free sprays. So starting 10/1/2019, if you are purchasing a consumer pack, choose 2 sprays to be included in your pack at no additional cost. Well, guess what? We came out with these 2 other consumer packs earlier this year. I think it was earlier this year or last year with the launch of Ageless. We came out with these 2 consumer packs. They never changed this blurb. We have had people get this consumer pack with the 2 bottles, or this with the facial mist spray. There's no free sprays, quick shot sprays with either of these 2 consumer packs. Yet they come here to the second page, they're signing themselves up, and they go, oh, I get 2 free sprays. And they go and select 2 free sprays, and now they just paid for those 2 sprays. All right. So I sent in an email. I think I courtesy copied you, Danya, asking them to change this verbiage up here, and also to add verbiage to this about making sure they sign up for their free monthly spray below, so that when they scroll down to the Autoship option here, they see the Autoship option. I also asked if they could change this gray bar to a different color to highlight it. I don't think any of those changes require serious program changes. I'll let you know what their response is on if they can implement those changes or not. But I think that would really help everybody with getting people to sign up with the Autoship, because people skip over it, right? If you're signing up with a business builder pack and you get to page 2, you see that blurb about the 2 free sprays, and you just go on to page 3. All right. And you don't even notice, you scroll so fast, you don't even notice. Oh, I think I had it called up. That's what this was.
Oh, there's 2 people in the waiting room.
Oh, shoot. Hold on. 2 people in the waiting room. How do I get to the waiting room? Hold on 1 second. All is well, and Joanne. Oh boy, I think Joanne's been there a while. My apologies. All right. My apologies on that. So I got this. Let me go back to shared screen here. This is a live page 2. All right. So I put in some dummy information on page 1 to get to page 2 so everyone can see this. So this is how it's currently written. If you get the consumer pack with 2 free sprays, they come down here and they select their 2 free sprays. When they check out, they are not going to be charged for it. But below that is where the auto ship option is. So if I have a person, here's the way that I like to do this. The best way is for me to just collect their information and I put them in the system. The second best way is for us to do it on Zoom together and I'm putting in the information as they give it. The next best way is for them to do it on their Zoom, their screen, and so, but I'm watching them do it. So I can help them along the way. And if they don't want to share their screen, then that's fine. They get to a hiccup, then I make sure that they're doing it correctly. The last resort is they do it on their own. Now, some people are going to be very adamant they want to do it on their own. There's nothing you can do about that. When they want to do it on their own, you have to give them very specific instructions when they get to page 2 to get your free spray. Scroll down very slowly and you'll see the auto ship options. And if you continue to scroll down, this is where you sign up with your bottle of swish and your free spray. Okay. So once you've done this once or twice, it's a piece of cake.
It's not even an issue.
But for a
Yeah.
person that is trying to sign themselves up, the auto ship can be missed. That's why watching that sign up report is so important. So now to recap, and I know we went a little long today. Now to recap, looking at that sign up report, if you're building a team, is critical. Every day, monitor, are people signing people up with the auto ship? If they're not, you reach back to that person, go, hey, congratulations on your new sign up. I noticed they're not on auto ship. Was that an oversight? And they say, oh my gosh, yes, thank you for catching it. And then they can go back and get them on auto ship. That's the first part. The second part is going in and checking these people to make sure they're on a product auto ship. If you're running for a promotion, they have to be on 50 BV. A spray, in other words, just because they're on a product auto ship for a single spray, that is not 50 BV. That's only 17 BV. That is not going to qualify them for the promotion. So that's why you want to check to see what they did. Now on the sign-up report, as I showed you, it shows you how much BV they signed up for. You just want to confirm it that it's still there for the 50 BV. All right.
A lot of info. Good
A lot
stuff.
of info, but important stuff. And that's why I'm glad to have so many people on. I want to welcome on Sean. Melinda, good to see you on here. I don't think I introduced you earlier, but and everybody else that is here. Let me go. We got 15 people. Sean, you okay? You got it?
He's got a lot of information.
I'm just looking at him, oh my God, what did I just walk into, right? It's not that complicated. This is primarily for the leaders, all right? If you're brand new, you don't really have to worry about this a lot. The most important thing is sign the people up with the auto ship, and then if they want to cancel it, we can cancel. It's really easy to cancel, all right? It's a little bit more challenging because if you don't sign them up with the auto ship initially, when you go back to sign them up, you got to get their credit card again. And then the person's like, why do I have to give you my credit card again? I already gave it. Why isn't it on file? It's the way it's mech'd in the back office. It's a totally separate area. So if you sign them up with Autoship, you never have to ask them for the credit card again if you do it initially. That's another reason. All right. Any other questions?